All right, so I think in this video we're going to be creating a multiple choice one that checks their answers to see if their multiple choice was correct. So let's make a new slide in our activity builder, and we'll make this multiple choice one. All right, we need to give them the text of the problem, so we click a note. So let's say something like let's, and then the math type we can get by using the backtick here, let f of x equal 2x. Which of the following is f of 10. Cool, so it's all set up for a multiple choice answer. And now we have to add in our choices. So to add in our choices, we click this multiple choice one. We don't want the students to explain their answer. And I'm imagining this is like a quiz, so we don't want them to be able to see each other's answers here. So let's make it so that it's their answers. So let's say, I don't know, 2, 5, 10, and 20. And one thing that's useful is you can actually check off which is the correct answer. So 20 is the correct answer. Now this doesn't actually impact whether the students know that it's correct. It really is actually just for you. So I can show you later on, but if you mark which one is correct, when you present it, if a student answers that one, instead of showing a little dot next to their name showing that they completed it, it will show a little check that they got it right. And then if they put anything else as their choice, it will show an X because they got it wrong. So you mark this for you to see. But how can a student see if they were correct? So for a student to see, what you do is you create a note, and I want that note to come after the choices. And similar to the last one, basically, this is like a little landing zone for how they can see if their answer was correct. So let's go into that landing zone and start to link these things up so that we can actually check their answer. So I'm going to call this, we have to give this a name so that this can access this field here. So let's call this like MC1. Now this one I wasn't able to create quite such a nice template as the last one where you can just copy and paste these slides very easily. You'll be able to copy and paste this one, but you'll have to be careful to change a couple of other things. So I may also have to cheat back and look at my other slide because I don't have this one quite as memorized. But basically to link these up, what we want to do is let's go into here and we can start to edit the script for our response text box. So what we can do is we can make the content of this equal to, let's see, let's make it so that when they submit the answer to the problem, we can see that they submitted it. So let's make the problem equal to, and the problem is multiple choice 1. So when the problem is always going to be MC1 here, and in the future that could be multiple choice 2 or whatever the next problem is. So the content, we want to basically say when that has been submitted to start off, and then we'll build kind of like we did last time. So let's say when problem 1, and it has to get a conditional statement here, and then what it wants to display here. So for the conditional statement here, when the problem is submitted, we want to display your answer is locked in. Whoop. All right. And it's giving us a warning flag here because whenever you give a when statement here, this will only happen when the condition, problem submitted, is true. So we need an otherwise statement, which is what should happen otherwise. So otherwise, I don't want to display anything because they haven't submitted the answer. All right, so here we go. Let's preview it. So they pick 2, they submit it. Your answer is locked in. Whoop. They can change their answer. It's not locked in anymore. They submit it. Your answer is locked in. Whoop. So there's not very much feedback for them. Even if they give the correct answer, it's still all the same response. So now how do we sync those up so it's the correct feedback for them? Well, basically we just have to add an extra condition here, which is the answer choice is, oh, actually, you can't set it like this. This is that annoying thing. If you could set it like that, it would make life so easy. So let's see. So when the problem is submitted was our condition before, and I'm putting in parentheses here because we have to add a second condition, and the problem dot is selected is 4, so it's choice 4, then we want to say that their answer was correct. And the unfortunate thing is that every time you copy and paste the slide, you have to remember to change here that this is 4. And you can't do a variable for it being 4 up here and remember to change it because Desmos insists that this is a number here that's set, that's fixed, not a variable. At least for me, it did this morning. All right, so now what we want to think is we also want to give them feedback if it was incorrect. So when the problem has been submitted, but if this part is true, it will just run the first when line, and then it won't check anything else. So if we get past this line, basically the problem has been submitted, but they didn't have this one selected, we can say, okay, well, if they submitted it and it's not 4, then your answer is incorrect. And this saves us from having to go through what if the answer is 1, what if the answer is 2, what if the answer is 3. And I can show you how to give them some more feedback in a second. So now we should at least be checking to see if it's correct or incorrect. And if nothing has been done, if it hasn't been submitted, it should be blank. So that otherwise is still good. All right, let's see if this works. So if they submit 2, okay, well, I left out the answer. If they submit 20, your answer is correct. Awesome. But it's nice to give them some more feedback so that they know that, like, it's actually checking their answer correctly. So what we can do is we can add those answers in. So your answer of, and then we can create a little slot here where it will put what their answer is. And so what we want to show is we don't want to show the choice number. I don't want to show choice 4. I want to show the content from choice 4, which is, well, I'll show you, problem dot choice content for, let me just make sure I'm doing that right. So I'm going to go to this choice content. Yep. So choice content of 4. And then here what we can say is when problem dot submitted, your choice is incorrect. Let's see if this works better. So now when they submit 20, your answer of 20 is correct because it's reading the choice content. So how can we read the choice content for an incorrect one? I have to cheat and look back to see if I did that. Oh, I didn't do that. Okay, you can do that, but it will take a little bit more work in order to display their incorrect answers. Basically, you'll have to make one of these for each incorrect answer, but I don't really care to do that. Okay, so I think at this point, this multiple choice script is done and edited. So if it's 5, your answer is incorrect, and then they can go back and re-edit it and submit that their answer is correct. I will show you how to give them feedback about their incorrect answers. I like this as it is, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. But if you wanted to change it for a different one, what we could do is we could say, okay, well now this is multiple choice 2, and let's try to give them some more accurate feedback this time. So let's make it 3x, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, and 40. Choice 30 is correct. So this time, let's see what we need to edit. We go into the script here. The problem this time is multiple choice 2. The content when that problem, multiple choice 2, is submitted, and that problem, multiple choice 2. Okay, well, it's not 4 anymore. 3 is the correct answer this time, so you have to remember to change 3 in both those places. Very annoying that we can't have a variable. But now let's actually give them some specific feedback about their incorrect answers. So I'm just going to copy and paste this one line for each incorrect answer. So the incorrect answers are 1, 2, and 4. So your answer of problem.choice 1 is wrong. Nah, we'd probably say incorrect. This would be incorrect as well. This would be incorrect as well. And here we just make these match. If 2 is selected, it should be displaying the choice content from 2. And if 4 is selected, it should be displaying the choice content from 4, and then otherwise it should be doing nothing. So let's see if this one works as we anticipated. So if it's 10, your answer of 10 is incorrect. Your answer of 20 is incorrect. 30, your answer of 30 is correct. Cool. And 40, your answer of 40 is incorrect. So depending on which way you like to display it, you can give them feedback about generally incorrect or specific incorrect answers. All right, cool. Hope this was helpful.